In the world of distilling, tradition and innovation often intertwine. And when the craft is done with a sense of history, it can honor past figures who shaped the country. One such example is the production of peach brandy by Distillers in homage to Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Franklin Roosevelt's policies, especially during the Great Depression and the Prohibition era, had a profound impact on the distilling community. From repealing the 18th Amendment to fostering a national spirit of resilience, Roosevelt's legacy lives on in the art of moonshining, and distillers continue to celebrate him through unique spirits such as peach brandy. The Prohibition legacy and Franklin Roosevelt understand why distillers would honor Franklin D. Roosevelt with peach brandy. We first need to explore his connection to the American alcohol industry, especially during the Prohibition era. The Prohibition, which lasted from 1920 to 1933, was a period of intense regulation in the U.S., where the production, sale, and transportation of alcoholic beverages were banned. For many, the law represented an overreach of government control, and it created a booming underground economy of illegal distillers, or Moonshiners. Franklin Roosevelt, who was elected president in 1932, campaigned on a platform of restoring economic stability, with a focus on the recovery of industries decimated by the Great Depression. One of his first major acts upon taking office was the repeal of Prohibition through the 21st Amendment in 1933. This monumental change not only signaled the end of the dry years, but also revitalized an entire industry that had been forced into the shadows for over a decade. But even more importantly, Roosevelt's New Deal policies, which sought to rebuild the nation's economy, were often supported by agricultural programs that included the production of alcoholic beverages. Distillers, especially in rural areas, found new opportunities under Roosevelt's leadership, and some took it upon themselves to honor his legacy in the only way they knew how, through the distillation of spirits. Peach brandy. A Southern tradition peach brandy, or peach moonshine, as it is sometimes affectionately known, is one of the most iconic Southern spirits in the United States. The recipe for peach brandy dates back to the early days of American settlement, when colonists utilized the abundance of fruit in the South to create distilled spirits. While peach brandy has its roots in Old World distilling traditions, it took on a unique identity in America, especially in areas like Georgia, South Carolina, and Tennessee. Peach brandy differs from other fruit brandies in that it is made specifically from peaches or peach juice, which provides a distinct sweetness and aroma to the spirit. The fruit is often fermented and then distilled to create a smooth, flavorful liquor that captures the essence of the fruit. Moonshiners, particularly those who lived in the Appalachian regions, took advantage of the local peach harvests to create this delicious brandy. The process of distilling peach brandy can take several months, with Moonshiners following a time-honored tradition of using copper stills. These stills are a key element in producing the distinctive flavors of peach brandy. Copper helps to remove any sulfur compounds during distillation, allowing the natural fruit flavor to shine through. For those distillers who chose to honor Franklin Roosevelt, peach brandy was a fitting tribute to the spirit of independence, perseverance, and renewal that Roosevelt represented. In the face of adversity, whether it was the economic collapse of the Great Depression or the oppressive restrictions of Prohibition, Roosevelt's policies provided a path forward for many, including the once forbidden Moonshiners. Moonshiners of Appalachia. The Appalachian region of the United States has long been a hotspot for moonshine production. This area, known for its rugged mountains and isolated communities, became the epicenter of illicit distilling during the Prohibition era. With law enforcement struggling to patrol such a vast and difficult terrain, Moonshiners were able to operate their stills in secret, producing large quantities of alcohol for a thirsty public. These moonshiners were often skilled artisans who passed down their craft from generation to generation. Many of them produced peach brandy, as the southern climate was perfect for growing peaches. The fruit was abundant and cheap, and distilling it into a potent alcoholic beverage was a way to turn what would otherwise be excess fruit into a valuable commodity. The process of moonshining, however, was not without its risks. If caught, distillers faced hefty fines, imprisonment, and the destruction of their stills. Yet, despite the dangers, moonshining became a symbol of resistance to government control and a means of survival for many families in rural areas. With the repeal of Prohibition in 1933, many moonshiners transitioned from illegal operations to legal distilleries. This change in the legal landscape provided an opportunity for some to continue their craft, but now in a regulated environment. Distillers who had once risked their lives to make alcohol now had a chance to operate above board, and they could craft spirits like peach brandy legally. Peach brandy today. A tribute to Roosevelt in modern times, distillers still make peach brandy as a tribute to Franklin D. Roosevelt and the culture of resilience he championed. The distillation of peach brandy has evolved with the times, but the spirit remains a reflection of American tradition and ingenuity. Shows like Moonshiners, Master Distiller have helped bring this backwoods craft to the mainstream. These programs showcase the intricate processes involved in distilling various types of spirits, including peach brandy. In many episodes, distillers talk about the rich history behind the moonshining tradition, often referencing how their craft connects to both their ancestors and figures like Roosevelt, who helped shape the modern alcohol industry. In the spirit of Roosevelt's New Deal, contemporary distillers often highlight their efforts to maintain local traditions and support regional economies. Many distilleries that produce peach brandy today source their peaches from local farmers, paying homage to the agricultural backbone that made their products possible. One particularly notable aspect of modern peach brandy production is the focus on artisanal craftsmanship. While mass-market alcohol has become more common, small batch distilleries continue to perfect the techniques of distillation, producing higher quality peach brandy that honors its historical roots. Some distillers even go as far as to celebrate Roosevelt's legacy by releasing special batches of peach brandy on the anniversary of his New Deal policies or on important dates tied to his presidency. These limited edition spirits are often sought after by collectors and enthusiasts alike, who appreciate both the craftsmanship and the historical significance of the bottles. The cultural significance of peach brandy beyond its connection to Franklin Roosevelt, peach brandy holds a special place in the hearts of many Americans. For many in the South, peach brandy is more than just a drink. It's a cultural touchstone. It represents the endurance of a way of life and the ability to adapt in the face of hardship. In the years following Prohibition, the popularity of peach brandy spread across the United States. Distilleries, now working within the law, were able to produce it for both local consumption and national distribution. While it may have started as a clandestine endeavor in the mountains of Appalachia, peach brandy has become a beloved American spirit. For some, drinking peach brandy is a way to remember the past, to pay tribute to the people who fought for their right to distill and drink legally, and to acknowledge the resilience of communities that persisted through the hardships of the early 20th century. For others, it's a way to enjoy the flavors of a unique regional spirit and reflect on the history of American craftsmanship. Conclusion: the distillation of peach brandy, in honor of Franklin Roosevelt, is more than just a nod to a historical figure. It is a celebration of perseverance, tradition, and the freedom to create that Roosevelt helped restore to the American people. From the Prohibition era to today's small batch distilleries, the making of peach brandy has always been about more than just the product. It's about preserving a piece of history and celebrating the American spirit. Roosevelt's impact on the alcohol industry, particularly his role in repealing Prohibition, remains a cornerstone of modern distilling. The revival of peach brandy, especially among craft distillers, ensures that his legacy lives on in a spirit that connects us to the past while looking toward the future. Whether sipped by enthusiasts or crafted as a tribute, peach brandy continues to embody the resilience and innovation that Roosevelt inspired in so many Americans.